Anyway,
I'd
like to say a couple things and then ask a question at the end. Bill Gile has a native plant on his property, and he's not even fighting for it, but it's the only, we got a, I am also the treasurer and going secretary for the Native Plant Society. A fellow named Mitch, I'm wondering if he works with you.
He works with me.
The comment that he wrote about, I wrote.
Okay.
That was my comment in FERC about this native flower, the Californis coxii. They said that was, he said that was the only comment about this native plant. I mean, and now people are really checking it. I think that's one thing we have to do. There's a lot of native plants and such that are being affected, and native species. I'd like to mention about our three representatives in government, Brown, Wyden, and Merkley. All three of them came out for this pipeline at the same time. I mean, they stopped fighting it. They've showed up, and I know Kate Brown quite well, and I asked her last November. I saw her at a doings, and she come up and gave me a hug and said, "I haven't seen you for a long time and stuff." And I just kind of stepped back and I looked at her and I said, "Is it true what I hear about you?" And she said, she hung her head and she said, "It's going to happen. We just have to make them do it right." And I said, "Kate, excuse me, you know that's not right. Something's going on. Why are all three of you?" But anyway, and I know Merkley quite well too. He's from Myrtle Creek and I'm from Myrtle Creek. So we've got to work on these three people. What's with them? I don't know what's happened to them. I would like to mention what we're doing in Douglas County. Are you aware of this, that we're writing a community bill of rights? Now, I fought for the the nuclear-free zones. I'm that old. I fought for the nuclear-free zones. We won. We won doing it this way, and I am more excited about this in 10 years. I think we finally found the way to do it, because your community has more rights than the federal government does if you get enough signatures, and we are writing a proposal. And if we get enough signatures, they've got to put it on, either put it on the ballot or pass that bill. And I think that this, and Coos Bay is doing it too. And a lot of people, ironically, a lot of people are signing it over there. They finally kind of turned. And I want to mention about the fracking. The very first time they came, and I'm the one that accused these people of exporting over 8 years ago, and they kept saying, "It's not going to happen, it's not going to, we're never going to do that, it's too expensive." And they just lied to us for another 8 years, and they're lying about jobs. But, somebody pushed my button here, I'm sorry. About the fracking, no, it's already pushed. About the fracking, I asked the guy, when they came back, only one person was still with them in their original staff of Pacific Connector, and I thought, we've beaten them. Their lawyer stood up there and begged somebody to help him answer questions. Oh, and another thing, he said, somebody said to him, "How soon can you get out to help us in Douglas County if something happens?" He said, "Well, you people all live in the boondocks." So there is an example of what they think of us. That's why it's here. We live in the boondocks, so we can't get to you for 3 hours. I've got it on record for 10 years they promised to be there within an hour. They're lying. We can't trust them. I mean, we can't get there in 1 hour. How are they going to make it in 1 hour? I mean, we can't get home in 1 hour. How are they going to make it to help us in 1 hour? They're not. They're not even thinking about doing it. And about the fracking, I also asked this guy, "Why are you now exporting?" And he didn't even hesitate. He looked at me and he says, "Well, it's because of fracking." So now FERC says that this is not directly, they're not going to look at it because it's not directly involved. When Pacific Connector themselves say that's the reason, okay. I asked my question about the lawyer, and I would like to talk with you about that because he's very interested in taking this further on the California coxii. Only place it grows.
So it's